Hi, my dear students. Today we will learn about fundamental theorem for curve. In our previous classes, we learned about fundamental theorems of calculus. Here in this context, in the context of electrodynamics, we learned about vector derivatives. So, in this chapter, we want to discuss the fundamental theorem for vector derivatives. There are three types of vector derivatives. They are gradient, divergence and curve. In our previous classes, we learned about the fundamental theorem for gradient and divergence. Now, in this section, we learned about fundamental theorem for curve. Okay, so let V is a vector field. Okay, V is a vector field. Then the fundamental theorem for curve is defined as, states that fundamental theorem for curves states that surface integral of curl of the vector field V. Okay, here S represents integral, S represents surface integral. This integration is over a patch of area. Okay, that is this S, and inside this is curl. Del cross V represents curl of the vector field V. Okay, dot dA, dA elementary areal vector. Okay, this is equal to the boundary of the surface. Boundary of the surface means it is a closed line integral. Okay, closed line integral V dot dl. Okay, this theorem is called fundamental theorem for curve. S represents a patch of area. Patch of area. Okay, C represents boundary closed curve. Okay, boundary of the surface S. Okay, this theorem is called fundamental theorem for curve or Stokes theorem. This is also known as Stokes theorem. Stokes theorem. Okay, so fundamental theorem for curves states that the surface integral of curl of a vector field is equal to the boundary integral, line integral of the vector field itself. Okay, this line is the boundary of the surface. In this context, if you consider a patch of area S, its boundary is a closed curve C. Okay, this theorem is called Stokes theorem. Now, what is its geometrical meaning? Geometrical meaning of Stokes theorem. You already learned about physical meaning of curl or geometrical meaning of curl. Del cross V represents curl of vector V. Okay, curl measures how much a vector swirls around a point. Okay, so this integral, surface integral del cross V dot dA gives us total amount of swirling of the vector field vector V. Okay, this thing, we can measure this thing, how much vector V is going along the boundary of the surface. Okay, this mark is called circulation. This is called circulation of vector V. circulation of vector v is equal to the curl of the vector v over the surface. That is the meaning of this fundamental theorem. Geometrical meaning of the fundamental theorem. Okay. So, geometrical meaning. Geometrical meaning. LHS represents total swirl of the vector v. Okay. Total swirl of vector v. This must be equal to circulation of vector v. Okay. Circulation of vector v. Okay. Total swirl is given by this LHS. Surface integral del cross v dot dA. This RHS represents the circulation of vector v. Okay. So, either you can take the total swirling of vector v or its circulation. Both are equal. Okay. This is the main points about the fundamental theorem for curves. Fundamental theorem for curve. Okay. Another point you have to remember in this context is this the surface integral of the curl of a vector is always independent of the surface chosen. It depends only on the boundary of the surface. For example, if we take a bangle and it dip in salt water, you get a soft film along its boundary, right? Making this bangle as a boundary. Now if you want to blow up, you can blow the film such that it can make another surface, soap bubble, right? But still its boundary is same. Boundary is the bangle itself. Okay. If you find out the circulation of vector v across this surface, you can see that it is independent of surface chosen. Okay, it depends only on the boundary, boundary of the surface. That means the bangle. In this example, the bangle. Okay, that is one of the main point of this after this fundamental theorem for curves. It depends only on the boundary of the surface. It is independent of the surface chosen. It depends only on the boundary of the surface. Okay. The surface integral of del cross v dot dA is independent of surface chosen. Okay, it depends only on boundary of the surface. Okay, boundary of the surface. It depends only on the boundary of the surface. Okay. Similarly, if we find out the surface integral over a closed surface, okay, that means surface integral over a closed surface del cross v dot dA. In this context, the boundary shrinks to a single point, right? Because this surface is a closed one. Okay, in that case, this is equal to 0. Okay, so surface integral of curl of a vector field is equal to its circulation, and if the surface is a closed one, then this integral goes to 0. These are the main points connected with this fundamental theorem for curl. Okay, so here we state that the total swirling of a vector field is always equal to its circulation. Another one is, if a vector field, surface integral of curl of a vector field is always independent of the surface chosen. It depends only on the boundary of the surface. Okay, if we find out the surface integral of the curl of a vector over a closed surface, surely it will end up in 0. You will get 0. Okay, these are all about the fundamental theorems of curl. Now we can prove this theorem by taking a function. That is, we can do a problem. Okay. Let vector v is equal to 2xz plus 3y square y cap plus 4yz square z cap. Prove Stokes theorem for the square shown below. This is the square. Okay, so vector field is given. This is the vector field, 2xz plus 3y square y cap plus 4yz square z cap. So this vector function is defined in the yz plane. Okay, then it is given that there is the surface is given by this square. This is the square. Okay, now we want to prove the Stokes theorem using this surface. So first we can write the Stokes theorem. Okay, Stokes theorem. Stokes theorem. Surface integral del cross V dot dA equal to its circulation. Okay, V dot dl. Now we can do the problem here. So first of all, we want to find out del cross V, right? V is given here, so del cross V. Del cross V, okay? We used actually x cap, y cap, z cap, dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z, then 2xz plus, here 0, 2xz plus 3y square, then 4yz square. This is del cross V, okay? This is equal to, what you get here? X cap into dou by dou y of 4yz square. So you can write here 4z square minus dou by dou z of this term. This give you 2x. Okay. This plus. Next is y cap term. Y cap. For that you have to cross like this. Dou by dou z of 0, so the thing goes to 0, minus this term minus 2z, okay? So minus 2z, right? Okay, then z cap, then you have 2z. Okay. Now we want to find out del cross V dot dA. So what is dA now? dA. This area is lying on YZ plane. So dA equal to dy dz. And this, since we show here the counterclockwise direction, you can assume this area along this direction. That means along positive x cap direction. So dA equal to like this, dy dz x cap. Okay. So now you can find out this part LHS. LHS. Okay. LHS. LHS means surface integral of del cross V dot dA. Okay. What is this? Del cross V is given here, dA is given here. Okay. dA has only x cap component. So you have to take the product with this component. So what you get here? You get here 4z square minus 2x dy dz. dy dz. Okay. This surface lies on yz plane at x equal to 0. Right? So on this surface x is equal to 0. On this surface x is equal to 0. Where I have to write this? You can write here x equal to 0 on the surface. So you get here we have to integrate. Before that I can write this del cross V dot dA. X equal to 0 on the surface. So you get surface integral of del cross V dot dA. Okay, equal to double integral, integration over dy and integration over dz, limits 0 to 1. Okay, here 0 origin, 0 to 1, 0 to 1. So 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Okay, 4z square dy dz. Then what do you get? Integration over y gives you 1. Integration over z square gives you z cube by 3. So 4 by 3. Okay, 4 by 3. So LHS gives you, this part gives you 4 by 3. Okay. Now we can find out the arches. Okay, if this part is equal to this part, we can prove the Stokes theorem. Okay, now we find out the surface integral, the LHS part, and we want to find out its circulation V dot d. So for arches, first of all we want to write dl. Okay, dl, since we take the boundary of this surface, dl is given by dy y cap plus dz z cap. Okay, now we need v dot dl. V dot dl. So okay, before that, we can split this integral as 4 segments. Okay, that is the line integration over this boundary of the surface C V dot dl is equal to integration over path 1 plus integration over path 2 plus integration over path 3 plus integration over path 4 V dot dl. Okay, this is the boundary. So we can first take this path 1. Okay, that means integration over path 1 V dot dl. This is along the y direction. So here x equal to 0. The only varying parameter is y. That means dl equal to dy y cap. So we can take v dot dl with y cap. So you have here this is equal to integration over dy 0 to 1 dy 2xz plus 3y square dy. Okay, along this path x equal to 0 and z equal to 0. Okay, so this term goes to 0. Here x equal to 0, z equal to 0. So you have only this term. This gives you integral 0 to 1 3y square dy. This gives 1. Okay. Now we can do the line integral over this path 2 along this direction. Okay. So integration over path 2 v dot dl. This is along z direction. So here y equal to 1, x equal to 0. Okay. So I can write here this is along the z direction. So we have only z component. Integral 0 to 1 4yz square dz. Okay, y equal to 1 along this path, y equal to 1. So you can substitute it here, you get here 4 by 3. Okay, 4 by 3. Now, you can do integration over third part here, third part v dot dl along this direction. Okay. Now what happens to this term? Now this integration is running from this 1 to 0. Okay. Integration is from 1 to 0 and this is along dy. Okay. Only y component, this component, and here x equal to 0 and z equal to 1. Okay, so you have here 3y square dy. This gives you, what you get here, y cube by 3, 3 cancels out, you get minus 1. Okay. Now, integration over fourth part v dot dl. This is the fourth part. This time this integration is over dz. So the z component come here 4yz square. Okay, and here y equal to 0. Oh, so this integral is goes to 0. But that means this integral runs from 1 to 0 4y z square dz. But along this line, this is equal to 0 because y equal to 0. Okay. So, what is the result of this integral, this part? Initially you have 1 plus 4 by 3 minus 1 plus 0. So you get here 4 by 3. Okay, this is the result. That means, hence we prove LHS equal to RHS. Stokes theorem is proved. So in this lecture we learned about Stokes theorem. Stokes theorem is the fundamental theorem for curl. The total swirl of a vector field over a surface is equal to its circulation. That means this theorem connects a patch of area or a surface with its boundary. Okay, so curl of a vector field. The surface integral of curl of a vector field is equal to its circulation. That is the Stokes theorem. Okay, the main point is that for a vector field, curl, the surface integral of the curl is always independent of the surface chosen. It depends only on the boundary of the surface. Similarly, if you take the surface integral over a closed surface integral of curl of a vector field over a closed surface, it is always 0. So, learn well. Thank you.